I love bees. I don't know why, but I just find them fascinating. I was listening to National Public Radio's Science Friday a while back when I first heard of CCD, Colony Collapse Disorder. Apparently, honeybees around the world are leaving their hives and just disappearing. Missing bee bodies have not been found. All that's left in the hives are the queen, immature workers, and eggs. CCD was first noticed in the continental United States, but they've now found it occurring in Germany, Switzerland, Spain, Portugal, Italy, and Greece. Britain was first thought to have been exempt from this, but there have been recent reports of empty hives in Scotland, Wales, and other parts of England. Now, there have been several theories as to a possible cause for CCD. We've got global warming, genetically modified foods, parasites, pesticides, fertilizers, and a whole bunch of other ideas have been proposed. Recently, The Independent ran a story attributing the cause to cell phones and cell towers, and this story has been picked up worldwide. I searched on the net and found numerous blogs already running with it. The problem is, people are accepting this idea without question. The Independent article used blatant scare tactics to try and prove their point. For example, although the article admits a link between cell phones and cancer has been inconclusive, it then mentions studies that supposedly link cell phones to cancer, reduce sperm count, and the killing of brain cells, without mentioning a single skeptical response as to why, if these studies are true, they are still considered inconclusive. I know that the idea about cell phones and cancer has been thoroughly debunked because they operate on totally different wavelengths that could harm DNA. Now, new technology has always been scary to some, but to blindly accept that something is causing harm without proof or evidence is not right. Only one researcher found that a cell phone near a beehive kept bees away from the hive. A Dr. Kuhn supposedly did a limited study at Landau University and found that bees refused to return to their hives when cell phones were placed nearby. Dr. Kuhn said that cell phones could provide, quote, a hint, unquote, as to a possible cause. Now, if people blame cell phones or even GMOs without real evidence, then we run the risk of blaming something for the wrong cause. We need to research the cause now and then take action. Right now, we're just stumbling around in the dark. Now, another thing the Independent article threw out was supposedly a quote by Albert Einstein, quote, if the bee disappeared off the face of the globe, then man would only have 4 years of life left. No more bees, no more pollination, no more plants, no more animals, no more man. This quote is unsubstantiated. Einstein might not have said it. Using false quotes by famous people to support a cause has a very long and sordid history. And even if he did say it, he was an expert on physics, not ecology. Quoting a famous person like Einstein is yet another scare-based tactic frequently used by the media. So right now, people are getting into an uproar about cell phones killing off bees when there's no real evidence to even support the idea. It is just a blind guess. Another thing that the Independent failed to mention is that bees are not responsible for pollination of all our food crops. Corn, wheat, potatoes have nothing to do with honeybees. Yes, the decimation of our honeybee populations will seriously affect our environment, but it does not automatically mean a death knell for humanity. They are important, and we need to find out the cause of CCD and act on it, but we shouldn't stumble around blindly blaming any imaginary boogeyman that happens to capture the public nerve. One thing that these bee death conspiracists have failed to mention is that it is an extremely likely possibility that this is all related to some infectious disease. They also failed to mention there are several serious diseases that affect honeybees. One of the most serious is AFB, American Foul Brood. When beekeepers find a hive infected with AFB, they normally treat it by wiping out the entire colony. If AFB is left alone, the infection can spread and affect surrounding hives. Spores from AFB can remain dormant for over 50 years and cause problems decades later. I mean, let's face it, for something to affect a population over such a wide range, yet still show a spread, like England being the last affected, it just points to a disease, to an infectious agent, not something like cell phone towers. So, to sum up, CCD is a danger to our domesticated honeybee populations. It does not automatically mean that humanity is doomed. It is extremely unlikely that cell phones are the cause of CCD. It is quite probable that we are looking at an infectious agent, a bacteria or a virus. So right now, you should contact your government representative to encourage research funding into possible causes, not to just tell them you want cell phones banned because it's killing off honeybees. Be a little skeptical and search for the truth, because there's a lot of bullshit out there.